everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills continue to move through the season and want to find a way to secure win number 3 on the year. It's the 49ers going up against the Bills. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
Thank you very much, Larry. While the skies may be ominous, there's never a bad day for football. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Buffalo Bills. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
When the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there, it doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the second level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off, didn't have to knock anyone to the side, didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. The Bills send the punter out. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. Are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 11 on the gain there, and the Bills are going to have a 1st down.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. For the 49ers, their starters defensively, and I got to look at DeForest Buckner.
Love him. Tall, angular. What you worry about with guys like that is can they bend and play with leverage? And DeForest Buckner absolutely can. Did everything that was asked of him at Oregon. He's going to have a big-time career with the 49ers.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the early lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the 49er offense ready to go and getting back out onto the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And we take a look at the Bills' defense.
Stephon Gilmore gets better and better every year, continues to excel in pass coverage.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On second down, here's Wentz. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They'll run it with Jackson. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what we just saw on that play. No gain.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
From the gun on third down, Wentz going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And his kick is good. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, Big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So now it's 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. The Bills send the punter out. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Thomas. A strong running. And not great starting field position here for the offense. On the run, this is Jackson. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physical. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Open man, the tight end Rodgers. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has a slip.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Marcel Darius in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Throwing his Wentz. Finding time. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They go play action. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's It's out. It's loose. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass and completing it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Give him 27 yards that time. And it'll give the Bills a first down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
Now a handoff looking right. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeForest Buckner in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Following the sack, they go from the 13 on 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Their big-bodied receiver. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. Wentz will try again on second down. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
First down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. And that is incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And it's 4th down. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense, finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On second down, here's Wentz. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Shaq Lawson in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And now out come the Bills. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Jeez, they don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water. All right, third quarter, let's get to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is. Right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught at the 25. A big play there for the Niners. 47 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Wentz now on first down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They come out here in the eye. On the ground, this is Jackson. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They run again with Jackson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be third and goal.
Well, after last week, where he kept finding the end zone, what do you have, 2 touchdown runs?
Yep.
He's got to be just a tad frustrated here. Close, but he hasn't gotten in.
Maybe they give him another shot. We'll see.
Well, I would think so. I think he's built up that type of equity, but the guys on the other side of the ball know it, too.
Wentz now, and he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Their dangerous wide receiver, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. And he's got it up and through. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
He filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Let's go!
Back to throw here. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And they'll go on the ground. And some room to work. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. And the lead will grow by one more. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Now it's Jackson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a two tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the two tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see two tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
And they get 28 yards on that one. And it'll be a San Francisco first down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Wentz now on first down. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And Richard Rodgers makes the grab, and let's face it, it's going to follow him the rest of his career. The Hail Mary he caught to beat the Lions in 2015 in Detroit, pretty memorable play.
Those Lions fans, they just don't like you right now if they heard that.
I didn't mean to bring it up to, pull the Band-Aid off the wound there. I was just trying to praise Richard Rodgers. Yeah, they're going to be mad at me.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. A host of Bills there that time to make the stop.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Once again here on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are back within a score. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Back now in Buffalo. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Now it's the backup Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion. For Cousins. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th. All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And they still need 10 yards here to find pay dirt. It's second. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, that certainly felt like an example of a defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Throwing is Cousins, escaping the pressure right. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dive.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He completes it right side to White. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
That was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a first down when you want 3, get a little bit closer, making an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. A host of Bills there that time to make the stop. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. Now Wentz on third down. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
This will be fielded at the 17. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. Cousins now to throw on first down. He's going to let this one, and that's caught inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Cousins on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will maneuver it. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Again, we'll see the pistol here. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. This remains a 1-point game. The defense did their job. Now the offense here late, they just need to kind of hold on, seal this victory.
And the defense did it so well, didn't they? Didn't allow any points and got the ball back for their offense in order to close out.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call the timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Shift together here from the D-line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll wind up losing. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Still 9 yards to go on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. The This is taken around the 12. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Bills getting set to go. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
And on the ground they go with a running back. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He's back. Oh, no, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
3rd and 20, and no surprise, the defense in the dime. They'll look to throw. He's got time. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. Back to throw. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. And San Francisco gets set to go here. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. I'll tell you what, partner, you learn a lot in every game. But when you win a close one, maybe you get to determine a little bit more about the guts of your team if you're the head coach.
It gives you much more than a snapshot now, doesn't it? You get to see the full picture of who your team is, and especially individuals and how they handle pressure situations.
And then moving forward, you have the confidence that late in a close game, hey, we've been here before. We've done this. We've won this game.
There's a comfort zone that exists now. So instead of them pressing in those situations, now there's an air of confidence and calm, and then you just watch them go out and execute.
So for the 49ers, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0.